The MSR Pocket Rocket, the Jet Boil. Which one is better? Let's go ahead and take a look at them and talk about it here on The Legend of Teardrop. Let's go.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Teardrop, New to the Wild, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about today the Jet Boil and the Pocket Rocket. Now, the Jet Boil that I have is called the Jet Boil Flash Lite. I'm not a big fan of it, but yet at the same time I am. I know a lot of you guys have Jet Boils. From what I've been able to see, the best Jet Boil I personally have seen was the Minimo. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Minimo. I really like that one, but I'm gonna talk about the differences and pretty much elaborate on which one I think is the better deal. Now, the pros and the cons. Now, the MSR Pocket Rocket, I do have to say it is very light. I think it's 3 ounces, maybe 2 ounces, one of the two. Very light, very easy. It looks brittle, but it's actually not. If you look at the Pocket Rocket, it actually is nowhere near it. It's pretty sturdy. I've had this thing for years now, and it's still going. Even this thing right here, even what the hell do they even call this thing? But anyway, the way you ignite the damn thing, or turn the gas on, so to speak, it's stayed strong. I've had this thing everywhere, the Florida Trail, the Appalachian Trail, and it's still there, and it's still going strong. Now, however, so that's one of the pluses about this, is that even though it's little in size, it's heavy duty. I mean, it's durable. And now, one of the negatives about the MSR Pocket Rocket is that you have to have a windscreen for the most part. And then obviously you then have to go buy a pot. I know a lot of people buy the Snow Peaks and different types of pots out there. When I use this regularly, I think I just had a cheap $15 Walmart pot. It was called I can't remember, Coleman. No, I don't know if Coleman was it or not. But for me, that worked. I didn't have to have a spectacular pot, but also at the same time, that Coleman pot was just as heavy as this. Now, with the Jet Boil, what I do like is that essentially it blocks the wind right here. And it's very convenient, very lightweight. I enjoy it. I'm going to put all the weights down here. Hopefully you'll see it. And the cost. Now, well, the cost, if you look at the MSR Pocket Rocket, is about $39.99. Yeah, $39.99, I believe I paid for it. Whereas this I paid close to $100. I think I paid $85 for this. Now, the Jet Boil has a decent amount of room. You can pretty much cook anything in here that will feed you that night. Without a doubt. Now, there's something I learned about Jet Boils this year out on the trail that no one seems to talk about. And what it is that the automatic igniter does not work ever. The first day I had it, the auto ignite, just the I don't know what the fuck it's actually called, but it did not. It worked for me maybe the first 2 times, and then it stopped working, completely stopped working. So what I would have to do is turn the gas on and essentially use a lighter the same as I would that. And that's how I would have to light my pot. And I wasn't the only one. Every single person I saw with a Jet Boil out there, I don't know if it's the newer Jet Boils or what, but they had the same problem. But yet people I saw with the old Jet Boils that were a couple years old, 3-4 years old, all of their Jet Boils seemed to work. I can't remember the one well, no, I can't. I don't think I saw any of them that's automatic igniter worked, to be perfectly honest. Now, I've done a test. In fact, I had a test on my old channel of these 2 pots and which one cooks the quickest. The absolute truth of this is they cooked at about the water boiled at about the same rate. Now, because this obviously has the lid, this was able maybe 10 seconds quicker. This thing started bubbling in comparison to the Pocket Rocket. So in terms of weight, depending on which cook pot you get with this, I have to say in terms of weight, this wins. But at the same time, you have to factor in the weight of a windscreen. You have to factor in, like I said, the weight of a pot. And what this thing does is I'm able to put my fuel in here, along with the rest of the cook, along with the igniter itself, the stove itself, and put it in here and close the lid, and it all stays in here. Now I know some of the Snow Peaks or other pots you can do the same with. So to be perfectly honest, I'll just give you my preference because I don't know which one is more thorough. Because this is all compact and I got the fucking stove over there, and because this is all compact and the stove screws in right here, and you can just carry it like this, and this just goes in the bottom, and this also is used as an outstanding for me as an outstanding coffee cup, because you can just kind of put it all together and just have that for me, which also it could be used as a coffee cup because as you see here. No, I wouldn't recommend it, but for me, it's not that hard to just sip, But for me, I'm going Jet Boil all the time. I, despite the fact that the automatic igniter doesn't work, I carry lighters anyway, and I personally like the Jet Boil. This is there's just too many other pieces. You got to have the windscreen if you want to do it right and not waste fuel. You got to get another pot. You got to buy. So buying another pot could be an inconvenience, but that's on you. It depends. Maybe it's not an inconvenience for you. This thing is light, but once you get all of the other accessories that goes with this in order to eat your fucking food, it all comes about to the same weight anyway. So the weight that you save by going with the Pocket Rocket, you still pick up when you get the pot. You still do all that anyway. So I personally, if I had to choose one or the other, I'm going with this. Because once you get a pot, I think a pot is 60 bucks. This thing's 40. You're going over $100 for your stove anyway with this. Whereas this, you can find a lot of times Jet Boil's on sale for 75, 80 bucks. And that's what I did. So for me, the convenience and the overall quality, I'm going with the Jet Boil. There's no knock on the Pocket Rocket though, because I believe that if you're in a pinch and you're going cheap, you can go with that $15 Coleman pot. You can go with this, and to be perfectly honest, you can make it work with that. Now I know a lot of people out there use alcohol stoves, and I commend all of them for that. I've seen people do it, but for me, it takes so long for an alcohol stove to heat up your water. It's just the inconvenience of waiting. I hate cooking on the trail anyway, to be perfectly honest. So I'd rather it go quick. An alcohol stove I've seen take people 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes up to 15 minutes, and I can't do it. Even though it's a lot of weight saved, I just can't do it myself. So, I mean, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you do alcohol? Do you do the Jet Boil? Do you do the Pocket? Do you do the Pocket Rocket? Put it in the comments section. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on the stoves. So, like I said, I'm gonna put the weights here. You already know the prices, the cost. Let me know if you have these and what you believe the pros and cons are. I really enjoy this because of the quality of the actual pot and the stove itself. And I like the convenience of how compact this is. How everything can just fit in here, including my spoon, my spork actually. And my kitchen bag, which is what I had, my kitchen bag used to be filled with shit. And now it's just filled with this, just to make sure if anything's leaking, it just stays in my kitchen bag. But honestly, I don't even need a kitchen bag. If it wasn't for the leakage that's in this, I would just throw this in my pack and go on about my fucking day. So, anyways, so the comparisons between the two, for me, I will just continue with the Jet Boil. This is good for me. For me, like for instance, I'm about to go hike a couple of days out on the Appalachian Trail here this week. And I'll probably just because I'll probably not take a full pack. Yeah, I'll probably take this with me just in case, or that's probably what I'll take. I'll probably leave this here because I'll probably take this on my next actual through hike attempt. I may get another one, but I'm pretty sure that's the way I'm going to go. Let me know, though. What are your thoughts on the comparison? For me, the Jet Boil wins. But barely, man. You know, if you're trying to value shop, I would definitely suggest this. No doubt about it. All right. So with all that being said, that's pretty much it. I hope to see you guys next time. In the next episode, what we're going to be talking about is good people on the Appalachian Trail. We will be talking about some of the best people you will meet on the trail. We're not talking about hikers. We're talking about people that you will meet on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah.
Bye, bitches.